Hold up. Hey, for my niggas who be thinking we soft, we don't.
What's up, students? This is Matt Korean, your Korean teacher. Now, last week I was out for military training, and some of you were like, "No, he's going away for 2 years. Too soon. I'm not ready. No." They were asking me if I was going away for the 2 years. Well, first of all, that is not true. I already started my 2 years in 2014. So, you might be curious, if you have already done your time, what the hell were you doing there? The military training that I did was called Reserved Army Forces. Now in Korea, just because you have done your 2 years or 18 months now, it is not over. For the next 8 years. Every year, the military calls you to come for a training. Now this year, I had my training for 4 days. It's a pain in the ass. Now, for foreigners who live in Korea, when you walk around the streets, you may see soldiers in uniforms walking around. However, when those soldiers have a surprisingly long hair and their eyes look dead inside, like a zombie, they are the reserved army forces. Now the reason why they look dead inside is that they really don't want to come. Korean army service is a nightmare. We just want to get out of it. So after that 2 years, we are finally free men. And the DoD is calling us to come for training again. Of course, we look like a zombie when we walk around. Now back in the days, the army understood that it sucks. So the training wasn't so hardcore. They just come, sit down, and just look dead inside. And go home. That was it. However, it all changed in 2015 when North Korea shot a rocket at South Korea. Now in August, when North Korea shot a missile, I was still at the army. So at that time, I thought we were actually going on a war, because the army gave us our bullets and our mop gear and all that crap. I was very scared, but that was not the biggest problem of the year. Douchebags who already served their time in army took out the uniform from their closet, took pictures of it, and posted on Instagram like, "Oh, we are ready to fight tonight. I'm ready to die for my country. We will protect our family." Now some of them may be a patriots, but for 99% of them, they just want to get more likes, hoping that girls will be, oh my god, he is so handsome. Ah! So after all this, when the secretary of our army saw those Instagram posts, he was so deeply touched that he was like, "Oh, for them, we need to make the reserve army training hardcore from now on." So anyway, the rumor is that after that year, the reserve army training became hardcore. There's no slacking off anymore. If we do, we gotta go home and come back again. Anyway, many of you have been questioning me that how is Korean army like? So today, I will explain you about the training that we gotta do. Now first of all, the training facility is in the middle of nowhere. We gotta go far, which means that there is only one bus that goes all the way to that facility. Imagine how packed would that be when there are hundreds of soldiers who are trying to go to the facility and there's only one bus. If you have ever seen the movie Train to Busan, it's just like that. However, if we go super early, the bus will be empty and we will be able to sit down. So, I gotta wake up at like 6 a.m. Now, during our time here, there are a variety of training exercises. Each results of the training will be scored. So only top 30% who did well gets to go home early. How early, you say? Well, just 30 minutes earlier. However, that 30 minutes will turn us into Rambo or John Wick because we don't want to stay here for 1 more seconds. So 30 minutes is huge. We would die for it. Now everything that we do will be scored by the officers in the black hat and a sunglass. So in order to get more points, we need to appeal to them. So every time we're walking to the next training, when we see the black cap, we gotta do the cadence or even sing some army songs. And the officer will be like, "Oh, they are the true soldiers. Extra points for them." So let me tell you about the training that we gotta do. The first training is shooting. Now, in order to go home early, people who are never good at shooting, they all become John Wick. "You killed my f***ing dog." So that is pretty fun, I guess. The next training is very easy. We gotta do CPR. No, there's a dummy, and we gotta do this, and we gotta do. The next one is CBurn training, to prepare for the chemical attack. The rule is that we gotta wear the gas mask very quickly and alert the others. Gas, gas, gas. Now there are always some people who has a crappy end. "Oh, I don't know how to wear this." And that's the -1 point. And that -1 point is very deadly to go home early. Now last but not least, here's the most dynamic and the shittiest part of the entire training. It is a battle simulation. The situation is that all the way up on the mountain, there's a North Korean base, and we gotta run up the mountain with a gun and conquer that base. Now if it was just that, it would not be that bad. However, there are so many obstacles. First, the angle of the mountain is very steep. It's hard to just walk up. Also, the officer playing the North Korean soldier throws a grenade at us, and it actually blows, so we gotta take cover. Furthermore, we gotta go climb up the wall, we gotta go under the fences. Sucks. It really sucks. So this is the training that actually feels like I am in a war right now. There are so many explosions that I feel like I am in a Michael Bay movie. The training generally ends at 4 p.m. and hundreds of soldiers gather in one place to check out if they belong in the top 30% so they can go home early. Everyone's like praying at this time. And the officer comes out with a piece of paper that shows which lucky bastards will be going home early. And when the officer calls out the name, the soldiers in that squad are like, "Woohoo!" and they just run out. They sprint so fast because they really don't want to stay here for one more second. But the nightmare is that this training is 1 week long. We still gotta come back tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. That's the most horrible part. So when we're going to the exit, if we meet the officer will say goodbye to us. "I will see you guys tomorrow." Now that's the most horrible thing that anyone can ever say to me. Does it answer some questions that you guys had about the Korean Army training? I hope it does. Okay, that will be it for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe before you leave. Also, if you have more questions about Korean culture or Korean life, ask me on the comment section and I will answer it to you. Okay, that will be all for today. I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much.
인스타그램 아이디 뭐예요?
인스타그램 아이디 뭐예요?
인스타그램 아이디 뭐예요?